we got a bunch of interesting Nintendo Switch 2 news to talk about, including the 40th anniversary of Mario Direct, the Nintendo Direct, and also third-party games being very, very weird on Nintendo Switch 2. We can't forget about a brand new update hitting Nintendo Switch 2, and so much more. Let's get straight into it. So now for starters, the Nintendo Direct. What in the world is going on? We were supposed to be getting a Nintendo Direct this week, but it seems like either the 40th anniversary of Mario Direct has been canceled or the General Direct. Or are they going to be doing something funny with both of these directs, like merging them together into one direct? So instead of Nintendo announcing 45 minutes of information is going to be shared on this certain date, it's going to be 1 hour and 30 minutes of information is going to be shared on this certain date. So it leaves you to ask yourself the question, what kind of things are we going to be seeing in this direct if they're truly going to merge both of them together? Because I honestly thought that next week would be the 40th anniversary of Mario Direct, and then we would see some sort of General Direct, but apparently leaks and things show that we were going to be seeing a General Direct next week, the September 12th, and then Mario's 40th anniversary has yet to be discovered. Anyways, that is very interesting. Now, another thing that we have to talk about is third-party games. Now, third-party games, if you've looked at the Nintendo Switch 2 over the last couple of days, you'll notice that some of these games just don't run well at all. And that might leave you wonder, okay, is the Nintendo Switch 2 going to be able to run third-party games? Now, we're not going to be talking about third-party games like Hollow Knight or any of that. Maybe like AAA third-party games. Like if you take a look at Elden Ring, that game did not run very well on Nintendo Switch 2. And you can say the same thing for Star Wars Outlaws. Now these two games in specific don't really run the best on Nintendo Switch 2. I'm sure there's more, but right now these ones right here are just like, you know what? When you play them, you got frame droppings, they look a little weird, and you can see them chug along like crazy. So does this mean to ask, do these developers not know how to develop for the Nintendo Switch 2? Or is it much more deep than this? Is it that the Nintendo Switch 2 can't handle it? Well, I think the Switch 2 can definitely handle third-party games. It's just, you know, they gotta figure out how to mix and match it. It kind of like a Steam Deck in a way. They're kind of together. They figured out how to run it in a sort of way there. So I'm sure we should be fine with the Nintendo Switch 2. Now, the next thing we have to mention is a special game is coming out tomorrow, and it's very, very exciting, especially if either you just got this game, Hollow Knight, or you've played it, you've waited for so long for this game. Anyways, Hollow Knight Silksong is going to be coming out tomorrow, and this is great because it's going to be $20 US, $25 Canadian, and wherever else you are, just go into a Google search of, alright, translate from $20 US to wherever your current country is. There you go. You will be able to play this game, I believe 10 o'clock EST, or whatever your current time is. So that right there is really good. Get ready on your Nintendo Switch or wherever you're going to be buying this, and just, you know, get ready. You can buy it for whenever the time comes. So there's no pre-orders, there's no early games. So if you're the first to play it or beat the game, that is really, really cool. Now, the next thing here we got to talk about is a brand new Nintendo Switch 2 update. So update 2.2.0 has been revealed or announced. They're actually out by now. So this update actually has new fixes for Mario Party Jamboree. Now this is very interesting because before, I guess you weren't able to use full HD or 1080p playing this game, and now you're able to, which is really, really cool. So cool, I guess you could play this at full HD. Anyways, there's also higher resolution. You have to have the Nintendo Switch 2 edition to experience higher resolution. Now this right here is kind of strange to me because why would they make it the official update? You have to download this sort of game so then you can experience the higher resolution. Are they going to be locking this behind a paywall, or is it going to be something like that? Because there is a lot of free Nintendo Switch 2 upgrades. Like if you were just going to go and get Mario Party Superstars or something like that, plop it in there, you'll see a little bit of a difference. So now is there going to be an update for every single game, or you're going to have to pay for something like that? Overall, that right there is very, very interesting. There's other adjustments to improve gameplay experience, which is very interesting. So overall, this isn't going to be the biggest update, or it's not even the biggest update. They're supposedly going to be seeing an even bigger update sometime sooner, probably after the Nintendo Direct. And this could include so many different things. This could include Miiverse, this could include themes, this could include Badge Arcade. Now, I wouldn't get super excited for that, but it seems like we will be seeing a massive update after the Nintendo Direct. Overall, that is very exciting. Now, the next thing here that we have to talk about, it's gotta go to a very interesting game. Now, Splatoon 3 is seeing a sort of tournament, which is very interesting. We got Splatoon 3 North American League. Now, you're going to be able to play this September 20th, which is really cool. So grab your squad and start playing so you can earn prizes or something like that, which is really interesting. There's the round of 8 players, and then eventually, if you get to the top 4 or something, you go into the playoffs. And overall, this is very interesting. So check out Splatoon 3 if you're very good at the game, or if you just want to go out and have fun. Now, the next thing here that we have to mention is Pokemon. So usually around this time, for the last couple of weeks now, we've been seeing a new Mega Evolution reveal. So it's assumed that we will be seeing another new Mega Evolution revealed tomorrow. So that right there is very interesting. Could be completely wrong, but it looks like we should be seeing a new Mega Evolution, and that new Mega Evolution has a potential to being an Evolution. Now, this is very interesting. There's been some leaks about an Evolution being a Mega Evolution. Now, I don't know if this is going to be true or not, because Evolution, if they get a Mega Evolution, there's going to be a whole bunch of them to get Mega Evolutions. Or is it just going to be if you put in a Vaporeon, it's just going to turn into the automatic Mega? No matter what, the Evolution is going to be the special Mega. But overall, we should be seeing a new Mega Evolutions for Pokemon Legends ZA, which is going to be very great. Now, the next thing here that we have to talk about is the games that are going to be releasing this year. Now, to this point, we got a couple of games for the Nintendo Switch 2, but it's by no means the biggest year we've got so far. If you look back at 2017, you can definitely see a little bit of a difference. Not only did we get a brand new Legend of Zelda game, but we also got a brand new Mario Kart game. We also got a brand new Splatoon game, I believe. We also got a whole bunch of brand new games, and Mario Odyssey. Those are like 3 big major games. But right now, it's definitely not looking like it's gonna meet those expectations, but who knows? We could be completely wrong about that. After all, it's the 40th anniversary of Mario. If Nintendo definitely didn't forget, I'm pretty sure they didn't forget. They must have. They didn't forget, right? It's Nintendo. It's Mario. It's like the biggest franchise, right? Anyways, so what do you think about this? Do you think we're going to be seeing something? I think we're going to be seeing the games. We're probably going to be seeing games some soon. I think maybe in September, we're going to be seeing Metroid Prime 4. And then in October, we're going to be seeing Pokemon Legends ZA. Of course, there's a possibility of getting another Mario game. Could that be Mario Galaxy 2? Could that be Mario 3D Land? Who knows? Could that be like the 40th anniversary of Mario things? Then after that, November, we're going to be seeing Kirby Air Riders. And December, usually we see some sort of December game. Sometimes it's not the biggest one. Sometimes it might be the biggest one. Who knows? So that, could we be seeing Splatoon Raiders? Maybe, just maybe. Anyways, what do you think about this? It's a very interesting news right now. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Hope that you enjoyed. Hope that you have a fantastic day. Consider liking, maybe subscribing if you are new. It helps me out so much, and it makes me feel really great that you appreciate some of this content. Anyways, other video right here. Check it out. And with that being said, see you in the next one.